Okay, hi, this is Wes with Speed Clean Laundromat again. I'm going to show you how to clean a door seal to a Speed Cleaner, 22-year-old Speed Clean washer. A lot of the newer ones are even close to the same, so this might help you with your washer. This is the correct way to clean a seal. You can get in there a little bit with and try to clean this, but and these aren't really even that dirty yet, but I'm going to clean it anyway. What you want to do is go around the cylinder. Okay, first you got to take off the glass. So what I do is I run, this isn't the screwdriver I normally use for this, but I couldn't find it. So you'll run it across the rubber here. Don't poke the rubber. Try to get a little, that's why I don't use a screwdriver. And then you come from this side here. You can poke down in here to get the door seal coming off. You don't want to poke too hard. You don't want to poke a hole in it, but you want to poke just hard enough that you can get that door seal removed. When you get it so far, you can lift up and it comes right out. So anyway, so you close the door. Yep, you can put your hand right through it now. It wouldn't be a good idea to run the washer right now. You might get wet. So anyway, so
should we cut the power?
You don't need to cut the power on this door. Okay, so set the door seal down on the ground like that there. And like taking off a tire on a bicycle. Rim, like that. Then I take cleaner, go all the way around. Yeah, I use the Lysol cleaner. You buy it from Walmart every month. Smells good and it works good. Okay, so you get that all cleaned up like that. Then you want to clean the door. Just put that door around there like that. Clean the outside of the rim there. Make sure there's nothing rough on there. And then do the same on the inside. Make sure there's nothing rough there. A lot of times there'll be a buildup of crud that you gotta scrape off, so you want to make sure you get all that nice and clean. Then, once you got all that clean, you take your new clean seal. This is a seal that I've already previously used and I cleaned, and I'll show you, explain that in just a second how you do that. So what you want to do, put it down on there like that. Put the glass edge inside the rubber seal. Come down here. Use your legs to push against. Bring it all the way around. It snaps on there like that. Boom. Kind of go around, make sure it seats nicely. And then you've got nice clean glass and seal. Then you bring it back. Well, this is, I take some of this cleaner and spray down into that groove there. And that just makes it easier to get back on because it's kind of hard to put back on. Okay, we'll see it. So what you do is you put it back on from the inside. Bring the glass in here. And you can spin her, I like to spin her around like that there, so that way I can get my finger right here and come up. Spin it again. Put my finger in here and come up. It gets harder and harder to spin every time. Finger there. Boom, done. Then spin it a couple times, make sure it feels good. And boom. Door seal is clean. It's been changed and clean. Now you're asking, how do I clean the old seal? I said usually they look a lot worse than this one right here, but that's what you're gonna find on there. And you can try to clean and clean and clean. You're not gonna get that black stuff off unless you do this. So what I do to clean these seals, I throw it in the bucket. I throw it in with the dirty towels that we use from day to day. Probably in 2 days, I'm going to take and wash those towels in one of my 40-pound washers probably. Not those are couple. I'll put them in one of my 40-pound washers. I'll wash the seals with the towels in there. The towels will help get them clean to a degree. So after they're done, I pull them out. I don't dry them in the dryer, of course. I dry the towels. Then I bring the dirty door seal. Well, the semi-clean door seal. After it's been run through the wash, I'll curl them up. I'll put them in this bucket. I'll put a good mixture of chlorine and water in this bucket. I'll usually do like maybe 8 seals at a time. So I'll have this entire bucket full of seals. So I'll put a good mixture of chlorine and water in there, hot water. I'll leave it for 24 hours. And I pull it out, dump the water out, pull the seals out, rinse the seals off really good, and hang them up here. And as you can see, this is the way they will come out. Usually, sometimes if they're really bad, they still might look really bad, and then it's time to throw them in the garbage and buy a new one. But I try to keep, as you can see, many seals, so I can do, like 8 different washers at a time, and then I'll bring those 8 back, clean them, hang them back up here until I clean door seals again. And that is the best, correct way of cleaning the door seals. Thanks for watching.